Hi, I am doing new comic reviews, and let's get going. I have quite a few today. And I'm going to start with Avengers. I usually start with Batman, but I thought I'd go with Avengers this time around. Issue 63, wow, of New Avengers. Brian Michael Bendis, and who's drawing it? McCone. And it's kind of just plot filler, really, of what's going on kind of in the background of the Siege storyline of fighting. We go back and see a couple of characters kind of getting ready for the big battle. We see Luke Cage and Jessica Jones with their baby before the fight. We see, I think it's Hawkeye and Mockingbird too, we have a scene with them. And that's kind of that. It's not too bad, but it's not really that interesting either. If you're a New Avengers reader, then sure, okay, of course pick it up. But if you're just reading The Siege, and you think this is, really good kind of spin-off issue or something like that, you can live without it. It's really not worth your time. I'm going to give it 3 Ram chips. Good for the individual scenes, but not really amounting to much. Dark Avengers is a little bit better. Issue 15. Bendis, Diodato, and I don't really want to talk too much about this. There's a couple of things that happen that are kind of spoilerish, so I won't really talk too much. I do enjoy watching Osborn kick the shit out of Doctor Doom using the Sentry, and there's something going on with the Sentry's wife. So, I can't really talk too much about it. It's a really chilling scene, and that's kind of all I have to really say. I do like this one a lot. I'm going to give it 4 Ram chips. It's definitely worth picking up. Hey, it's the She-Hulk's 30th anniversary. We don't have a current series for her, so Marvel slapped together She-Hulk Sensational, a one-shot special. Featuring 2 original stories. The main story is by Peter David, and art is by John Boy Myers, but okay. John Boy Myers doing a pretty good art, actually, and it kind of pisses me off, because I wish this was a regular team on a She-Hulk book. But it's kind of a celebration, a Christmas Carol-ish kind of celebration of She-Hulk's history. It pays lip service to John Byrne's Talking to the Camera years, and the original She-Hulk book, and of course the second book, which was written mostly by Dan Slott. Dan Slott even has a cameo, and Stan Lee has a cameo. And let's see, it's a pretty good issue. It's fun kind of reading, and it's once again Peter David doing an excellent job venting his feelings through the character and storyline. There's also a second one called Ladies' Night, written by Brian Reed and drawn by, I can't make out the handwriting there, somebody whose name I can't read due to the font. Han Kelu? I can't, use clear font that everybody can read. Anyway, it's pretty good issue, team up between She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, and Spider-Woman. I don't think I've ever seen Spider-Woman and She-Hulk team up. They were created just about the same time, and for the same reason, but I've very rarely seen them team up together. I'd love to see them in the future more together. And then, of course, there is there's a reprint of the infamous issue, Sensational She-Hulk issue 40, John Byrne's days. Quick explanation, there had been a running joke in the letters page. By the way, for you young comic book readers, a letters page is sort of like a comic book bulletin board, but done in the book, out of paper, and they used to exist back a long time ago. And half of these letters were written by some guy named Uncle Elvis. I don't know. But anyway, a recurring joke had come into the letters column about doing an issue of She-Hulk jump roping nude. So Byrne just said, okay, fuck it, let's do that. And he doesn't do the whole issue. He opens the book doing that, and then goes into some kooky space adventure. So that's what we got. This is going to be, I guess this is 5 RAM chips. Definitely, there's nothing else going on with She-Hulk right now except for that Jeff Loeb bullshit. So if you like She-Hulk, this is the place to go. Streets of Gotham. I won't take too long on this. Paul Dini, Dustin Ewing. We get a more detailed origin on. I think his name's Abuse. He's sort of like a combination of Captain Marvel and Marv from Sin City. That's the best way I can explain him. Very cool, and we're getting more into Mr. Zsasz storyline. And you know, frankly, Streets of Gotham is just turning into another Batman book. I mean, I don't know what the point of this series is. This is issue 10, by the way. It's good. I definitely recommend it, though. 4 RAM chips. Gotham City Sirens. Let's see, issue 10. Oh, also at 10. Paul Dini and Andre Gennardo. And we got the second half of the, who's this villain? Dr. Aesop?
Aesop.
Aesop? Okay, couldn't remember his name. And just explanation, the conclusion to the mystery of who that dead woman was that showed up in their house. Apparently, he had dibs on the house first and wanted it. And a good little kind of tense little thriller here with Riddler being captured by him. And the art's pretty good. Pretty good fill-in art. And usually fill-in art can be a little cheesy and cheap looking, but yeah, it's a pretty good issue. I'd say this one 5 RAM chips, even without Gollum March. Blackest Night is over? The hell? I thought this was going to go on forever. This is issue 8. How much time we got? 3 minutes? Perfect. Issue 8, I'll make this quick. Maybe I'll do a whole Blackest Night sum-up video in the future. But Jeff Johns and Ivan Reis continues Jeff Johns' love letter to Barry and Hal, his 2 boyfriends. And lots of stuff happening, too much stuff happening. Actually, I was just thinking about it earlier today. I found this series boring, not because nothing was happening. I found it boring it was boring because too much was happening, to the point where I just got numb to whatever was going on. It's like, oh, hey, these guys are doing this, these guys are doing this. We got the White Lantern Corps coming. It's complete with the logo and the little thing, and it's great. The Anti-Monitor comes back to life. By the way, I'm going to spoil everything here because I don't give a shit. And we got a big, flashy thing here. A whole mess of heroes and villains coming back to life. My personal favorite is Martian Manhunter. I didn't think he needed to be killed. He was my favorite of all the recently killed characters. Jade, who I actually don't read too much, but I like her, and I'm glad she's back. It's nice seeing Aquaman back and the Hawk people. I guess it's nice having them back. I don't care. Maxwell Lord, I'm kind of most irritated about. I like the fact that Wonder Woman killed his ass. He deserved it, that little fuck. And now that's kind of wiped away. I hope she kills him again. Maybe she could, like, stomp on him this time. I don't know. Or pull his limbs off and beat him with it? I don't know. It's just, I'm just blue skying here. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. And dead means dead, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's okay. 3 RAM chips. And the whole storyline, I'd probably give 3 RAM chips for the art and the fact that it brought Manhunter back, and I think it addressed the issue of resurrections and stuff like that. But overall, I don't know. I felt numb. And last issue is Madame Xanadu, 21. Matt Wagner and Amy Reeder Hadley is back, and this is my favorite cover of the month. It's meant to look like an ad from the 30s and 40s, and it's just beautiful. Madame Xanadu is definitely DC's best-dressed hero, I think. We're getting closer to finding out what exactly Morgana wants. And let's see, she's rescued by Martian Manhunter. Yes, Martian Manhunter is in this and in Blackest Night. Crazy, huh? I love the DC universe. And let's see, we finally found out what she's trying to get through the... she appears at this cult, and she wants this artifact or something like that. I don't recognize it. but pretty good. We're just about over. And I'd give this one 5 round chips. Push the button, Lindsay.